So I apologize for those of you that were waiting for our usual Saturday boot camp at 9. We're getting some funky lighting. Okay, well, we actually were not available. I was not available. We were getting some internet work done here at Casa de Gregos, getting an upgrade, which is gonna be awesome because for future shows, future streams, we now have an office on the second floor that will be perfect. Less so for the working out, but more for any kind of shows where I will be talking about health related stuff. When I'm going to be doing interviews with other coaches, and I already have a few people I've been chatting to, like for example, Coach Will, who sometimes will pop in here. So it's all moving forward, which is great. So we got super fast internet upstairs. We're ready to go, but that means we didn't have a class yesterday. So that's why today we are here. We're gonna have a brief class. It is Sunday. It is about 6:40 a.m. Central Time. So let's get to it. Also, we're going to be kicking off, at least virtually, our May challenge, which is planks. So I'll get a chance to do all of them today. You'll get a chance to see each of them for each of the different levels, and then hopefully you get to pick one if you haven't already. I've already been doing some planking. It's obviously Cinco de Mayo today, the 5th, so plenty of time to do planks the rest of the month. All right, so here we go. Let's get started. My watch is already going. Let's go ahead and kick off some things. We're gonna be doing strength, and we're gonna be doing isometrics as well, which is where the planks come in. I got my fancy stopwatch to be able to keep track of our planks. So here we go. Let's move this back a little bit. We're kicking off. We're gonna go ahead and get some weights here. We're gonna get started with a more traditional warm-up, which is gonna be our strength. So I'm standing in a lunge position. I'm gonna be going with my hammer curl and basically just doing 15 of those with a jump in between. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this one's gonna get you pumped right away. I wouldn't necessarily recommend this one usually when you're doing a warm-up and you haven't done anything yet, because it's a lot of pressure on the legs. But in terms of getting the heart rate up, I'm already at 130. It's already going up. Great way to pump the blood into the lower and the upper area because you got that curl. Hey, how's it going? Hey, what's up, the last king? Glad to have you join. How's your Sunday going so far? All right, so we got the opposite side, same idea, jump and curl. So start with the hammer, 1, 2, 1, 2. So what you can do on this one, if you wanna make it tougher, instead of resting like I'm resting with the knee, you can actually stay up, and that's gonna actually create more challenge, more tension for the lower body. So do your curl, 1, 2, and see how I'm up? I'm basically holding this tension. Makes it a lot more challenging for the legs. And it's a balance challenge. One more, I think. All right. We got that. Oh, lots of people join. Hey, everybody. Happy Sunday. What do we got here? We got K Mariah 3. Hey, what's going on with the 3 Ys? Mbit, hello. I try. I feel the power, as our motto says. Hello, hello. Good to see you guys. Hello from South Mississippi. Wow, awesome. South Mississippi. Hello, hello. And we got 1, 2, 3. Brawl with me. I'm not gonna brawl with you. I don't wanna get beat up. How's it going? DJ Senpai. Ooh, Senpai. Hello, hello. Good to see you guys. I'm doing great. How are you guys doing? Where are you checking in from? Those of you that haven't mentioned where you're from, great to have you on the channel. As I was telling everybody in the beginning, typically we don't do Sunday mornings, we do Saturday mornings. But I had some internet updates here, and basically, which is awesome. We got super fast speed in the office for streaming and other things, but you know, then I didn't get a chance to do my regular boot camp. Next one up, twist curl, twist out. So we've done this one before. Great way to, now we pump the lower body, we're gonna pump the upper body a little bit before we do our first of 3 planks. So 1, 2, bring it back. 1, 2, bring it down. 1, 2, bring it down. Key with this one, well, two keys. Sometimes, so I'm doing it on the knees. Some people might be realizing that's a little bit different and strange. Yeah, typically you probably stand or you're sitting on a bench. I'm doing it on the knees, so I get a little bit more core engagement, more stomach. But when you're on the knees, you want to make sure you're not like moving the hips too much or the core or the torso. Sometimes when people do these, they tend to kind of bring the butt up and then they're kind of like all over the place. You don't want to do that because you might pull a muscle in the back. It's also not good for your stability. So when you go up and press, make sure you're very stable here. Don't lean back too much either. And then also with the dumbbells, not to swing and bring them up. So that's the other key. And it's actually kind of funny. As I was shown what not to do, I like felt something in my back. I'm like, well, that's why you don't do that stuff. All right, let me check. GMO baby, what's the stream about? Hey, thank you. So the stream, so typically we have a boot camp for this particular stream. There's different things that we do for this stream, but on this channel, it's mostly about health and fitness and wellness. So you'll find anything kind of from that realm. Not to say that we don't cover other topics during the streams. Like sometimes I'll be chatting with people, and you know, we'll go into like we have a question here. What's your favorite anime? Or any anime fans? DJ Senpai is asking. You know, we'll get into it sometimes because I'm somebody who is a big nerd. I love any and all things as far as gaming and movies and anime and all that. So we keep it fun, but yeah, mainly about health and fitness here. So you know, we kind of doesn't mean we have to stay on that topic, but I am a coach and I have a fitness business, so that's kind of what I will try to focus on. People that have questions about exercise, questions about health, you know, all those good things. And then Kimura, I think, said, I exercise all day. That is awesome. What do you do as far as exercise? Or I guess, what's your favorite type of exercise? We'll do a couple more here. All right, we got that one done. Still feel the back from when I was showing what not to do. Thank you, Anand Rajan. Thank you. I love your stream and good motivation. That's what we're here for. I want to keep that positivity flowing. You exercise every morning and then I eat breakfast. That's fantastic. So you would do what I would call a fasted workout, where you are pulling energy from reserves in the body before you even put any fuel. And that's actually great for a lot of exercises. Hey, those of you guys that haven't subscribed, please like, share, and subscribe to the stream. That would really help us out, especially if you like what you see and then you're like, hey, I want to catch this again next time. If you subscribe and you have your notifications on, you'll get a reminder from us. All right, I got my stopwatch. First of 3 planks. So for those of you that are new, every month, CWF Complete Warrior Fitness, which is my company along with my brother, we have a new challenge. So in May, it's planks. You have a beginner plank, you have an intermediate, and an advanced. And we basically just challenge people, pick one level, go as long as you can, and then every day try to add at least a couple seconds. And then do it every day, and then see where you end up at the end of the month. And if you do that every day and you're consistent, and we kind of do Scouts Honor, you know, we kind of ask everybody at the end of the month. Did you do your planks? Then you're entered into a prize raffle, and then you can win any sort of cool, I'll show you here. So we have like swag, you know, hats, we have shirts and a whole bunch of cool stuff. So, you know, that's something that we love to do. And yeah, if you want to join, send a thumbs up or just put that you're in the plank challenge and just keep me posted. So yes, hey, Coach Will is here, sweet. Oh, lots of questions. All right, guys, I will get to those in just a second. Please keep them coming. We're going for the first plank. Coach Will, it's great to have you on. We got the plank challenge in May. All right, so the first plank is the standard plank. We're going on our forearms and elbows. This is for people that are just beginners. They're just getting into planking. It's really the most basic one that you can have, but it's a great plank. So let's make sure I'm in the frame here. All right, I'm gonna get on my forearms, my elbows. I'm gonna start the clock here, and we're just gonna hold it. I'm gonna hold it, and I wish that from here I could go and answer your questions, but I kind of can't. Let me get back into frame. So key with this one, my feet are together. I'm on my elbows, on my forearms, weight evenly distributed. My elbows should be underneath my shoulders, so I'm not leaning too far forward. I'm not way out here because it's tough on the back, as you can hear in my voice. And you want to just make sure your hips don't go too high or that they dip like that. So when you keep this position, you're basically going to be working your core among other things. It's fantastic for stability. And you know, like I said, if you're just getting started, if you're just getting into planking, this is really the one to begin with. This is the one that you're going to, I feel, kind of connect with the most, and it's the easiest to build up. So we're almost at a minute. We're gonna stop at 60 seconds, just because I don't wanna bore you guys. So this one, many of you could probably do for more than a minute. But if you pick that one, I think that's a good one to build off of. And even if you can do a few minutes, you know, consider the other ones. At least try them and see what you like. All right, plank number 2 is the wolf plank. Or sorry, the bear plank. Bear plank, almost the same idea, except now we are in this tabletop position. My hands are underneath my shoulders, and I'm going to just lift my knees. So it seems pretty simple, and I think it kind of surprises people because you're gonna get a lot of work right in the quads here besides your shoulders and back. So we're gonna bring up our knees. I'm going to start the clock. This is the intermediate level, so intermediate plank. So you want to make sure that you're not too far with your knees towards your wrists and also not too far back, because then it's too much like a push-up plank, what we call. So you should have a pretty good bend in your knees. Hands are underneath your shoulders. Feet are about shoulder width apart or so, and then you just hold this. And once again, don't go too high with the butt and don't go too low, because then your knees are going to touch the ground. So this one is a little bit tougher than the beginner plank. The intermediate is a lot more lower body focused, so you're gonna feel it in your quads. But this one is tough. So I think those of you that are seasoned with planks, probably a good idea to try this one. If it's something that you feel is a good challenge and you wanna really focus on legs also, this is a good one to do. So we're also doing a minute here. We got 5 seconds, and then we'll be able to show you the toughest one. Boom. All right, that's 60. All right, let me check some questions before I get to the advanced one. Wow, we got a lot of people. Fantastic. Yeah, wow. All right, you guys are awesome. Happy Sunday indeed. All right, thank you again, Anand Rajan. Am I training for a specific purpose? Hypertrophy. And thank you for the subscription. Yes. Mine is really, I don't have any specific event at the moment. If I did have events, I never did any, as you can probably tell, I'm not a bodybuilding guy. It was usually like races, like Spartan races or, you know, like marathons, half marathons, something more martial arts specific, but nothing at the moment, just trying to be fit for my family and for myself. Although I do have these little challenges like the plank and all that. K Mariah 3 subscribe, thank you. And Coach Will, obviously great to see you. Anand Rajan, yes, we do own our fitness business. Now we're currently in between locations. So we had one place here in Arlington Heights, Illinois, kind of a small place that used to be an office space, and we had that for a couple of years, and then we felt like we want to grow, so we went to a bigger location in Palatine, 10,000 square feet, amazing. We were kind of roommates with our friends who owned the gym or owned the space, kind of. So we were there for a few years also, and then we realized it's a little bit too pricey for us, and we wanted to find something a little bit smaller, something in the middle. So we're currently kind of we're renting out space throughout the Illinois area, kind of to kind of keep our clients going, but we don't have a permanent place as of right now. We're looking for it. Oh, King Nadish, you injured your wrist while snatching 50 kilograms. I can't even do a push-up now, dang. All right, make sure you you follow the Rice method. Unless it's like super injured, then obviously you might need to have a consult or have a splint or something. But yes, the Rice method, for those of you that don't know, is RICE, rest, ice, compression, elevation. So for ligament injuries that are not severe, rest and icing usually is great. Elevation is more for lower body. If you like messed up an ankle or a foot, usually keeping it elevated is a good idea. But yeah, anyway, it's something that I think it might require something a little bit more. I'm so sorry to hear that though, but that's a crazy monster weight, 50 kilograms snatch. That's awesome. It's over 120 pounds, I think. So yes, Kevin S, thank you, subscribe. Thank you for subscribing. Awesome. It's going great this morning, Coach Will. It really is. It's an amazing morning. In fact, everybody's still asleep. I'm the only one up, which is cool. Let's go ahead and I'll go back to the questions. We are going on to the third plank. This is the toughest one. This is something up Coach Will's alley, because Coach Will is a beast. So this one, I don't know why it's called a wolf plank. It's sometimes called a push-up plank, but I think people get confused because this one is often called a push-up plank, right? So you're like this in a push-up position, right? Before you do a push-up, in just holding this one. And this one is kind of on the same level as the beginner plank. It's tough, but it's not as tough as the other ones. So this one, I guess, is the difference is once you're in that push-up position, you're gonna bend your elbows and you're gonna try to hold that for time. Crazy tough. That's why for our main challenge, it's the advanced one. All right, here we go. Make sure I'm in the right frame here. So feet are together, you go down. Here we go, time starts. And we go down. Let me make sure I'm in the frame. And down we go. And you try to hold it like you would a push-up. So my chest is not on the floor, it's off the ground. Feet are together. And you're basically trying to hold this for as long as you can. That's the one I'm gonna be doing, and I am doing for this challenge. See how long I go. My goal here is just 1 minute. This one, you get a huge pump in your shoulders, in your chest, and your triceps. So if anybody ever tells you, planking's easy, have them do this one. This one, anybody that wants a good pump, especially upper body, is gonna feel it. Whew, all right. All right, guys, I'm close. I'm 15 seconds away. Oh man, I'm feeling it. 10 seconds. It helps to breathe. And that's 1 minute. Oh, wow. Chest, shoulders are pumped. Oh my goodness. So that's the advanced one. That's the one. If you guys want to have a tough plank this month, that's the one to do. If you want to progress, I don't have any rules against it. Like you can start with a standard plank, and then maybe a few days later you try the intermediate, and then you go to this one. Whatever you want to do. All right, cool. Can't even open YouTube. You got this. Well, you're on here, so it helps. You can do a minute. Nice. Good job, Anand. Which one are you doing? Yes, indeed. I noticed that too. Lots of new people. 39 seconds. That's pretty good. Anand Rajan under a minute, but that's all right. Which one did you start with? Were you able to catch the UFC card last time? No, Coach Will, I didn't, man. I don't know anything that happened. Usually I catch all the fights, and I was busy and got swamped, and I fall asleep. It's like I don't know what happened. I guess I needed the rest. So I guess I'll check what's there. Came right when you get out of school, you exercise. That's pretty good. You go in the morning after school. That's awesome. Am I the OG? You are the OG King Yadish. You're definitely one of them. Another job. My feet get swollen after I run around 3 miles a day. Is there anything I can do? I have flat feet. So it sounds like your feet are swelling. They're retaining fluid, and it could be for any number of things. If you have flat feet, you might need some special sort of support for when you run. And this is an area I have some expertise in. Not necessarily the type of orthotics for somebody else, but I know my own feet. And I know when I started to do long distance runs, I definitely felt the issue. I had more what are called shin splints, but if your feet are swollen, then you might need to look into some extra support or cushion when you run, and also the way you run. You know, if you hit the ground hard, like you're creating this kind of impact with each step, that could also do it. And besides that, just recover really well after you run. You know, bring your feet up against the wall. Something that we do sometimes I have my clients do, like I would have them finish their workout and basically just go up against the wall and do what's called the waterfall pose. Just bring your feet up and then, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, let all the fluid kind of drain back into the upper body. It's surprising how effective this is. If you do it for like a few minutes a day. You could just be on your phone, or you could be doing something, and the whole time your feet are gonna be loving this. And it's also good for your heart, because all that blood starts to go back to the upper body. Now, the challenge with this one, what you're having is, we're not really sure exactly what's happening yet, but I would say that what you want to do is get maybe a blood test also, if you're not averse to doing that, because there might be some sort of imbalance in your sodium levels, electrolytes. Maybe you're retaining water because you're low and deficient, and your body's like, I want to grab as much of this fluid as I can because I need to, or it's not pumping. Doesn't mean it's anything serious. It's just, you want to figure out what it is, cover all your bases. All right, we're back to the first one. Let's see. All right, cool. Yeah, thanks, Coach Will. Love it. You guys are awesome. All right, back we go. Let's make it tougher this time, because why not, right? Coach Will is keeping us on track. Because, if I talk too much, he's on me. He's a good coach. So we're going to do the same as before. Now we got a dual hammer. And let's see, heart rate went down, so we're definitely back to doing it. So we got 2 rounds of everything today. So here we go. 1, 2, and I'll do 2. So once, twice, hammer, and twist. Once, twice, hammer, and twist. Hammer, and twist. Hammer, and twist. Hammer, and twist. Hammer. We got one more on this side. Hammer and twist. Okay. Now we'll do the harder version. So we'll start with the right side up. Still the hammer, still the twist. But this time I'm going to try to stay upright a little bit. So normally I would make sure that on both sides we're equal. So that's a little pet peeve of mine. Doing something that's off or not balanced. We're doing it just for progression's sake, but normally I would make sure if I'm up with my knee on one side, I'm going to be up on the other side, but it's okay. For this circuit, we're fine. Since when we do the jump switch, both legs are working already, so it's not like, the other leg is not getting any work. All right, so remember, you're going to stay upright when you do your switch. Therefore, this leg is going to get a lot more work, as is this one. Our goal is 6. Get your dumbbells. If you don't have dumbbells, you can always just bring your arms up in the air with each swing. That's going to be a little bit more regressive, but it'll work your shoulders a little bit dynamically, and it'll give you energy to jump up. All right, here we go. 1 and 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 4, 4, 1, 2, 5, 5. One more. Got it. Oh, okay. We got it. We're crawling over to get to the questions. Oh, all right. All right, all right. Thanks for not spoiling, Coach Will. Appreciate that. Anand, Rajan, you couldn't do the harder plank. I repeated the beginner plank thrice. That's awesome. That's okay. Everybody's got their level. Yes. Kevin S., thank you so much. Yes, everybody hit the like button, please. We got 14 people. We only got 4 likes. If we can get it up to like 8 or 9, that would be great. Maybe double digits. That'll be fantastic. That'll be fantastic. Yeah, keep me posted, Anand. Hopefully you figure that out. Hopefully it's something that's very simple. Just getting a little bit more water, you know, more electrolytes, things like that. Thanks, Coach Will. You stay on me. That's right. Appreciate you staying on task. Yes, yes. Hey, there we go. We got FNCS Green _ Mantis 24. Always a full mouth with that one. Yes, of course I remember you, and glad you're back. Miss seeing you, and you know, we had a little bit of a time difference with some of our streams, so all love. That's right. Double tap the stream to like. Yes, that's a pro tip. Double tap to like. We're at 5. Maybe we can get, so we're halfway there. Can we get to 10? That would be amazing. If we can get to 10 likes, then well, I'm gonna do the double plank anyway, or triple plank, so it's all good. I'm gonna skip the presses because when I was actually showing you guys what not to do and I was moving around like this, I actually pulled something a little bit slight, but I'm not gonna aggravate it, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go right to the planks. Give that back a little bit of a rest. But those of you that are following along and you did the first exercise, the second would be the presses. Or you know what I can do? Just to make sure that we're really not skipping, because Coach Will is on, I can't skip anything. So let's go, we're on the knees, we're gonna just do, I'm gonna go lighter with my weights, that's it. So twist, twist press, 1. Twist curl, twist press, 2. Twist curl, twist press, 3. Twist curl, press. You know what I mean, I kind of messed it up there. Twist curl, twist press, there we go. Yeah. I like to do a double exhalation. So first exhale here, take some breath in. Definitely exhale on the press at the top to make sure you keep your core how it should be. 5 more. But I think one more. All right, we got it. Get those out of there. All right, planks are coming. Yes, we're up to 8. We need 2 more. Can we get to 2 more? If you're one of those 14, and I know if you're one of those 14, there's no way we got everybody to do a thumbs up. Yes, we got 1 more. Okay. All right, whoever does the last one, if we get to 10, I'm gonna add 10 more seconds to every plank. 10 more seconds to every plank if we get another. All right, yes. Excellent job, thank you guys. I will add that extra 10 seconds. Oh man, this is awesome. All right, that's all right. No, you're all good, FNCS. I do remember you, Fortnite Bros, 5234. Yes, I do remember you. Awesome, you guys are amazing. Let's see. Juan Pablo, that is an epic comment. I do love that. And yes, it is quite the noggin, quite the nostril. I feel like the camera adds a couple inches. Arnold Press, yes, is one of the best. Thank you guys for liking the stream. Congratulations on 10. Thank you. Can't do it without you guys. Cannot do it without you guys. So what are yoga balls for?
Depends what kind. Like, are you talking about the ones back there? Those are more traditional Swiss balls. There's like the little ones, and it depends. I don't think I have them in the room. I got the slam ball there. Typically, if it's something that is smaller, you can like kind of like roll your foot on. Sometimes even stand on it to keep balance. But if it's something bigger, then you can, like these Swiss balls back there, then you can basically do exercise on them for stability. You can also stretch over them or do bridges. You know, I will do that at one point. But Coach Will, I can sense he wants me to do some planks. So we're gonna go for the planks. We're gonna go ahead and start with the beginner, minute 10. Then we're going to the bear plank, and then we're going to the advanced. All right, so first plank, minute 10. Let's get it. Here we go. Juan Pablo, if you're still on the stream, come join us. And I promise my nose is not giving me any advantage. If anything, it's pulling me down because of its massive power. All right, here we go. So standard plank, feet together. I always like this one. So actually at one point, my brother, Coach Ark, and I, we were in a plank off. This is years ago, guys. And we got to the point where our family intervened and was like, you guys stop it, somebody's gonna get hurt. Because we wanted to see who would outplank the other. And I don't remember why it started or how. And I think we were going for at least a few weeks. And at the end, I think we were close to like 25 to 30 minutes each. And it was getting pretty serious. It's painful, guys. It's one of those exercises where it starts off pretty easy, and then at the end it's just pain, and it's all just mental fortitude because you're really not going anywhere. So even as accomplished as we were, then we looked at like what the record is. The world record is like hours and hours. It's like that's too much. That's craziness how somebody can do that. We're at 1 minute, 5 seconds, 6, 7, 8, 9, 110. Extra 10 seconds. Whew. All right, that one is done. Let's check the comments before we get to the next one. Thanks, Coach Will. I love your demeanor. You're awesome. Very chill, but still motivational. That's what my clients sometimes say. Am I practicing for the Nerd Olympics? Yes, you can tell I got actually these are the wrong glasses. These are not my focused Coach Greg glasses. These are the fancy nerd glasses. They sometimes don't look as good on camera. But I'm trying. I think I'm getting there. That's right. Don't mess with Coach Will, guys. He's gonna keep the order. You guys are awesome. I love that we're starting to build a really like a community. You know, that's awesome. Actually, one quick second here. Let me check my stream here. Okay, good. All right, guys. So plank number 2. Let's go here. I want to make sure you can see my knees so you know I'm not cheating. All right, here we go. We start the clock, we go up, and we try to maintain this position. Let's get, actually no, I am in the center, sorry. So yeah, all good. You guys, you know, that's the thing that we really loved as soon as we started our first gym in Arlington Heights in 2018. We noticed and really loved that people started to come in and build like a little camaraderie, you know, like a family feeling. People would support each other, motivate each other. You know, they would check in with each other. They would give each other a hard time, but you know, it was all love. It wasn't anything bad. So that's what I love when I see like on the stream, you guys are, you know, talking to each other, giving each other support. That's really what it is all about at the end of the day. You know, because you really want to be competitive. But really, you're just competing against yourself. I know I've said this on the stream before. As long as you're better than you were yesterday, really that's all that counts. Because you're always going to be stronger than somebody, and somebody will always be stronger than you. You know, everybody's on a different level in their health and wellness journey. So, you know, the key is just to be accountable to yourself and get better and better. 110. Woo! Let's go. All right. Legs, we're feeling it. We got one last one. We still got a good number here, 12 people in the chat. I like that we're going in and out. All right, so, yeah. All right, let's see. Yeah, you guys are awesome.
Sorry if I missed it. Hey, don't worry about it. Look, you can always catch him later, even if you don't catch it live. I know it's not the same as watching it live, but if you don't catch it live, you know, if you watch it later, that always helps us out too. You can always leave a comment or one of those super thanks, which we really would appreciate. Anybody, if you feel like you can donate a little bit, send our way, always helps us out. You know, everything that we're building is trying to support health and wellness and help our clients. So, but the thing is, at the end of the day, you know, whether you catch it live or you check it out later, it's all good. It's all love. Can you lift a 10 kilogram weight? Yes, I can. In fact, that 25 pound is about 12 kilograms or so we were doing. When there's a Coach Will, there is no Coach Won't. I like that. That's awesome. Coach Will, yeah, you should have a YouTube channel. That'd be pretty sweet. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. That would be awesome, Coach Will. Yeah, I don't consider myself a veteran as far as YouTube, but I think I've learned quite a bit from the last several years of having a channel. And you know, there's a lot of stuff I'm actually going to be starting, which I'm super pumped for. So I feel like we can probably collaborate on that as well. Can you lift 15 kilograms 10 times? Yes. Now the thing is, I don't think I have a 15 kilogram weight. The heaviest I have at the moment, until I bring the rest of my weights from our actual gym, is this 25 pounds. So 25 pounds is 12 kilograms. What did you say? You were asking 15 kilograms. So I don't think I have that. But yeah, I mean, this one, you know, you can obviously, it's not too bad. So being able to lift 15 kilograms will not be an issue. But, you know, at the heavier weights, it's all about being safe. Because I remember I was trying to snatch like 70 pounds, 80 pounds when I was doing more powerlifting type, and it was fine, but it was also something where I definitely pulled some muscles sometimes when I wasn't quite ready. So I always gotta be careful. And you do too. One thing I wanna avoid is any of the bro lifts. You know, I shouldn't say the type of lift, but the way that it's lifted. I see a lot of stuff at the gyms that people are kind of going more for an ego lift versus what's safe. That's what gets people in trouble. All right, last one. We got the tough one. The extra 10 seconds will be interesting on this one because the power or the wolf plank doesn't take any prisoners. All right, here we go. Getting into position here. Come on, guys. Support me if you can. And if you're doing it, maybe do along with me. See how long you can do this one for. Here we go. Get down and push up. All right. You know what I need is, I need to bring my my sound system in here and have like Eye of the Tiger playing or something. This will really help out. Good thing is I am more warmed up on this one, but definitely muscles are more fatigued. But that's all right. Here we go. All right, 32 seconds, not 40 seconds. I almost thought we were at 40 seconds. Getting those planks in. So guys, if you're fit, if you're strong, this is definitely the one to do. And the advantage is, it's also the shortest one because nobody's gonna last as long doing this one as they would doing the other one. So this will be a short thing you can add to your everyday routine. 55 seconds, oh man. 10 seconds, 10 seconds. Here's the bonus seconds for all those likes. Subscribe, share, send some donations. 3, 2, 1, 10. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, I felt that one. Where? Shoulders, triceps, and chest. Heart rate is not too bad. Although I feel like it's more. That was a good one though. Minute 10. All right. Awesome. Ooh, we got 11 likes. Ooh, sweet. All right, guys. Let's see. The Game Channel Live one. So good question. Let's do some cool downs here for the arms. Single arm and double. So that one, now that I have this internet situation fixed upstairs or optimized, where I have basically like super fast speed up there, I can actually do streaming and streaming on my computer and devices. I want to do that soon, but I want to get the fitness one, get a couple more things in place for Complete Warrior Fitness, because that one is going to be definitely more like a hobby. Like this one is part of my job, but or my business, but obviously, this one is already at a good level. I want to kind of take it to the next level, but that will be coming soon. Long-winded answer. I am cooking, man. That was tough. Let's see. Yes. 20 kilogram ones that you deadlift. That's nice. That's awesome. Can you plank for 5 minutes? Yes, depends which plank. If you're talking about this one, I can't do that one right now for 5. I think my best ever was maybe 230. That's when I was going against my client. Like I was trying to push him for his event. We have this event called the Grark Olympics, and we do it twice a year. And he was my client. I was trying to get him to like take it to the next level to win that competition for that plank. So he was like challenging me like, dude, you got to do it with me so that I can stay motivated. So I did. And only because of that was able to get up there. But the other ones I could do for 5 minutes. That one, 5 minutes. Maybe that'll be my challenge for this month for you guys. See how close I can get to 5 minutes on that, because that's insane. Yes. Coach Greg, the weights you put on your chest. Yeah. So for bench, right? Bench press. Yeah, I get you. We will have a bench in here. What do I play? What's up, Josh Washington? Good to have you. New Warrior. Say hello. Subscribe, like, share. We just finished our workout, so you missed the fun. However, you can always watch it back again. We're just going to be wrapping up here. That's awesome. Coach Will, I know absolutely nothing about games. We just train jiu-jitsu for fun around here and have barbecues. That's awesome. Yeah, I used to, full disclosure guys, some of you might know, some of you might not. I used to work in the game industry, actually. So in my prior life, I worked, first I went to school for it, then I started teaching it at a college while also being an art intern at a local game company called the EV Interactive in Arlington Heights. So I was working there, and then I was doing both, and I never got really high up in the industry. I loved it, but I had my reasons for doing something else, like mainly just stability. But I have an intimate knowledge of games, especially from several generations ago. Now these days, guys, I have a full family. I got my stepkids. I have my 2 amazing twin daughters that just turned 2. So like my life is full. However, I want to get back to it because it's one of my passions. So that's why I want to do the channel. And so I don't play anything at the moment, but there's so many classics that I love to do. But like Coach Will, I love to do a lot of fitness and stuff on the side to be able to, or to basically stay strong and learn. So yeah, that's right. Bro, this looks like a programmer. I know, right? And the thing is, I wasn't even a programmer. Like I knew a little bit about code, but I was on the design side, on the art and design side. So you guys will laugh. For those of you that are like internet savvy, if you find my first game I ever worked on, John Deere Drive Green. I kid you not. It's by EV Interactive and Gabriel Games. That was our publisher. So that was my first game I ever worked on. So if you play that game, you play like a farmer. So not exactly Fortnite or Call of Duty, but you're basically on a farm and you gotta do your duties and stuff, till your soil and do everything around the farm. So I worked on like the 3D art assets. So I built like stumps and trees and train cars and barns. So if you see the credits, I'm in there, Greg Made. That was my first game. So, but I take pride in the fact that was like, everybody starts somewhere, right? So if you guys can find it, I don't even know if it's published anymore. I got my copy and then I lost it from the team. So I went ahead and I ordered it on eBay like years later, and I got it shipped from England. It wasn't even stateside. Some guy in England had one and shipped it to me. So I have it just like as a memory. But yeah. All right, cool. Okay, Mariah 3, you're eating cereal. Good. Carb up for those planks, whatever it might be. And if you guys aren't following me on social media, please, I can't type them in the chat, I guess, but Ninja Gregos on Instagram. You can also find Complete Warrior Fitness on Instagram. We're on Facebook as Complete Warrior Fitness. We have our website, so follow us everywhere, please. I'm actually doing a rebranding. I have a new logo and a couple new things I'm adding in, and new swag and all this, so everything helps. And once again, if you guys are feeling generous, if you want to send a super thanks in one of the comments, that'll be awesome. Or even donate during the stream, it's like right up there, that little donation area. That would help us out, as we're, obviously we're in the process of finding a new home, a forever home. So, yes, Coach Will, that's right. That's pretty awesome, man. You were born into combat sports, evolved into a trainer over time. What got you in the fitness industry, Coach Greg? Great question. I'll keep it short because I know we're a little bit over our time, and I tend to talk a lot anyway. But the short version is, when I was a kid, I was super sick. I almost died back in Poland, so my health was just like in the dumps. And as soon as we moved to the States, I was 8. And I started to turn it around. Like, I was super healthy all of a sudden, and that got me inspired. Like, hey, I almost died. I want to do the most that I can to be healthy. And what helped was my older brother too. We were both into martial arts movies as kids. Like, we were watching Bruce Lee movies. We were watching action movies with Arnold and Sly. So we were like noticing, like, man, these guys are built. Look at these guys. We wanted to be like them. So my brother Art got into martial arts. He got into karate. Kyokushin karate back in Poland. So he would come home. I was too little to attend the classes, so when our parents were away, he would show me, like, here's what I learned today. So he would like practice on me. That's kind of how I got into martial arts. And then the fitness just came naturally, because he would always be training for his classes, and I'm like, can I tag along? I was like the little brother. I want to tag along. So, and then even as I was going to school for art and design, and I was always training, and I got my certification from ISSA, the International Sports Sciences Association, as a trainer, just because I'm like, you never know, maybe I'll do this one day. My brother was already a coach, and I just thought it would be cool to have that knowledge. So I got it, and then I'm glad I held on to it. I kept it current, because when the school that I was working at as a college professor, the school shut down and gave me like 2 weeks notice and said, hey, yes, we're shutting down. Here's a little bit of severance pay and good luck. And I'm like, whoa, okay. So then I did that switch. I'm like, let's just go into fitness, because I love it. Let's see here. Yeah, a couple more questions here. How's it 10 p.m. at night here in Australia? Wow, you guys are on late, and this is early here. Yes, Anand Rajan, the tractor company, John Deere. Yep, we were licensed with them. Yoga ball. Yeah, I'll show you that right before I log off here. Oh, the donate's in the bottom right corner. Thank you. Yes. So those of you, it's not up here, it's going to be down there. If you can donate, that would be amazing. Even if it's like $1, €1, whatever, everything helps. It also helps the algorithm, because the stream sees, or YouTube sees, like, oh, look, people are watching, people are donating. It kind of gets pushed up, and then it helps, helps the channel, helps us all out. So that would be awesome. Thanks, guys. That would be amazing. Green Mantis, I got to go. I might come back, Coach Greg. All right. Great to have you. Always good to see you. Thank you for the positive energy. You guys are amazing. This makes it super fun. Yes, yeah, Coach Will, thank you. Yeah, the origin story has got a lot more detail and twists and turns, but that's kind of the basics. So, all right, guys, I will see you. I actually have to jump off as well. Thank you all. It was really a lot of fun. And let's go ahead and do our affirmations for today. I am healthy. I am strong. I am happy. I am healthy. I am strong. I am happy. I am healthy. I am strong. I am happy. And let's do this one too. This is one of my favorites. I always do it. Every day in every way, I am getting better, better, and better. Every day in every way, I'm getting better, better, and better. Every day in every way, I'm getting better, better, and better. Feel good. Whew. All right, guys. So we feel good. We're ready to tackle the day. Or those of you that are in a different time zone or in Australia, you're ready to finish out the day. Love you guys. You're great. Thank you for all your support. We're coming back strong. Today is Sunday. Probably tomorrow in the morning. And I promise I will have a more regular, consistent schedule. I'll try to make it a post so that you guys know. For now, everybody knows Saturday at 9 a.m. Central Time, but the other days are kind of scattered. So I'm going to try to definitely post that. And I'll see you guys every day in every way. That's right. You guys are awesome. Feel the Shogun Sunday power. All right.